Hello, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the van, and welcome to today's halogen bulb headlight to headlight challenge. If you watch my last video, I put LED bulbs in and I got comments saying, did I realise that these LED bulbs would be an MOT failure? Now, no, I didn't realise, so thanks very much to everybody who did leave a comment advising me on that. I've since checked with the MOT station, and I've checked with a couple because I wanted a second opinion, and they both say the same thing. There are rules and regulations when it comes to changing the bulbs in your headlamps. And if your vehicle was first registered after the 1st of April 1986 and it was originally fitted with halogen headlamps that had halogen bulbs, you can't just change the bulb to LED, because that would mean it would be an MOT failure. Check out the website yourself, I'll put a link in the description down below, but you can't just retrofit these LED bulbs. A lot of them, when you buy them, actually says on the box, for off-road use only. Okay, so there's the clue, okay? This is why I'm making this video today, because a lot of people said, yeah, you can't put LED bulbs in, but you can put a much better halogen bulb in. Now, these halogen bulbs are going to be brighter and whiter than the standard halogen bulbs, so hopefully I'll be able to achieve the same results with these bulbs as I would with an LED bulb. And they're cheaper than LED bulbs. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you the bulbs and we'll crack on. Okay, so let me explain this halogen bulb headlight to headlight challenge. Because I've took these LED bulbs out again because I've found out they're an MOT failure and they're not legal, that's led me to do this halogen bulb comparison. And what I've done is, people have recommended two different types of halogen bulbs in the comments of my last video. So I've ordered both sets of these bulbs. I've ordered two of each, so I can try them side by side and do a comparison to see which is the best bulb for me. Now, these appear to be the two market leaders when it comes to upgraded halogen bulbs to make your lights whiter and brighter and illuminate the road further. And they are the Philips Extreme Vision Pro 150, and that's those there. And there's me in the background. And the next lot are the Osram Nightbreaker Laser. And who doesn't want a bulb with the word laser in the title? So, there you go. We've got our two sets of bulbs. They're both halogen bulbs. They're both H7 bulbs. I'm going to compare the two by putting two bulbs in one side of my van and two bulbs in the other side of my van. And then we'll see which one comes out the best. Now, just to give you a little bit of information on these bulbs, the Philips bulb, these are both H7 by the way, but H7 is the size that fits my vehicle. If you're going to put these bulbs in, check which size fits your vehicle and order the right ones, okay? So H7 is for my particular headlamp unit, and it says on the Philips one, which is the Extreme Vision Pro 150, that it's up to 150% more brightness. 150% more brightness than your standard halogen bulb. Now, compare that to the Osram, it's the same. They say exactly the same. They say that it's 150% brighter than your standard halogen bulb. It goes up to 150 meters more, so it'll illuminate the road 150 meters further, and it's up to 20% whiter than your standard bulb. Now, both come packaged in their own little plastic boxes. The Osram one is a bit more substantial of a box, but I'm paying for the bulb, not the packaging. Okay, so yes, the packaging might be stronger, the box might be stronger, but once you've opened them and you've used them, the box is irrelevant, isn't it? So, what I'm going to do is put these bulbs, as I've said, in side by side, one in each headlamp, and we'll compare the two. It's a nice bright sunny day today. It's a little bit chilly outside, but it's nice and bright and sunny. Not the best conditions for testing headlamp bulbs. What I'm going to do is, once I've put these bulbs in, and I will have a look at them when I put them in, but I'll come back out when the sun's starting to go down so we can have a look at these bulbs side by side and see which ones look better. I'm going to be basing my decision on how white they are, how bright they are, and how much they light up the road. So I may have to do a road test as well. But I'm doing this so that you don't have to. You can make the decision on which bulbs you think are best for you based on my findings here today. I'll crack on and get these bulbs changed, and I'll see you in a minute. Now, I'm not going to tell you which bulbs I'm putting in which side, okay? All I'm telling you is we've got two different types. We've got the Philips and we've got the Osram, and they both claim to be the same, basically, 150% brighter. So I'm going to put the Philips ones in one side, and that'll be a main beam and a dipped beam. And I'll put the Osram in the other side, and that'll be the same, a main beam and a dipped beam, okay? And then later on, when you look at the lights, you can decide whether they're any different at all. I'm expecting these to be pretty much the same. So if they are the same, I think it would be based on the lifespan of the bulb, which you're never going to be able to tell. Okay, so what I would do is, I think in that case, is I will, if they look identical, I might leave both sets of these bulbs in and see which ones last the longest and give you an update at a later date. How about that? Okay, so that's what we'll do. But if they don't look the same and one clearly is brighter or whiter than the other, I'm going to go with that bulb and order another pair. I'll crack on, get these bulbs put in. I won't tell you which is in which side, and you can have a look for yourself and see if there's any difference. See you in a bit. Okay, that's both sets of bulbs changed over now. So I've got new halogen bulbs in both headlamp units. One side has got the Osram bulbs, as you've seen, and the other side has got the Philips bulbs. Initially, I can't see any difference between the two, but it is daylight, so we'll have to wait till it gets a little bit darker before we can tell for sure. What I will say about these bulbs is, when I was talking about the packaging, the Osram bulbs come out of this packaging much easier than the Philips ones do. The Philips ones, really difficult to get out of the packaging, so you've got to be super careful when you're dealing with bulbs, taking them out of the packaging. Getting these Philips bulbs out, I actually broke the little connector here that fastens the box together. It was difficult to get the lid off, and when I got the lid off, it was difficult to get the bulbs out of the box. Or maybe that's just me. There's a little bit I broke off, look there. Oh, no, there it was. Getting the bulbs out of the box category, the Osram are much easier to get out of the box than the Philips are. They're both in the headlights now, and I've explained why I've changed them to halogen bulbs. I'm going to put these other bulbs to one side now, the ones I've took out, to keep them safe, because there's no point in wasting them. They're still good headlamp bulbs. And we'll come back to you later when it's a little bit darker and test these bulbs out for certain. And you can have a look for yourself and see if you can tell any difference. I don't think we'll be able to see a difference between the two, to be honest with you. And price-wise, there's nothing in it either. One of them are $21.99 and the other ones are $21.49 or something like that, but I'll put links in the description. But there's about 50p difference between them. So, as I've said, if you can't see any difference with brightness, the Philips ones are a bugger to get in and out the box, I'll tell you that now. But if you can't see a difference with the brightness, I'll leave both sets in and we'll see what they're like for lifespan. It's a bulb. It's not sexy, but listen ladies, if it's sexy is what you're looking for, you've come to the right place. I will just say the reason why I'm changing back from LED and going to halogen bulbs is because of your recommendations. Okay, so if you've got headlamps, I'm sure you've got headlamps. What am I talking about? If you've got headlamp bulbs that are halogen and you've changed them for LED, just bear in mind that they may not be road legal and they may fail in MOT. Okay, so it's dark outside now. I'm going to pop back outside, put the headlights on, and we'll have a look and see if we can see any difference between the Philips bulb and the Osram bulb. And remember, you don't know which one's which. Okay, so that's just the side light bulbs. They're me daytime running lights, and I have put brighter bulbs in there. They're just little side light bulbs, and I bought them from Halfords. Okay, so this is the headlamp bulbs. They are really bright, I'm happy with them, and they're really white as well. I can't see any difference there. I'll put the main beam on. What I will say is, I can't see a difference, but what I can see is they are brighter than the standard ones, definitely. And they're really bright. Sorry for the glare there on the lights. So that's the driver's side headlamp. And that's the passenger side headlamp. I think personally the driver's side headlamp has just got the edge, and I honestly think, that's my honest opinion, is that driver's side headlamp has just got the edge for whiteness and for brightness. There's very, very little in it, and I honestly can't remember which one's which, so I will have to have a look to see which bulb that is. But for now, I've blinded myself, so I'll go and bump into things for a while, and then I'll figure out which one's which. Okay, so that's the halogen headlight to headlight challenge complete. You've seen both sets of bulbs. I'm blinded now, and I'm going to be bumping into things for the rest of the night because I've given myself 2 big green spots in front of my eyes. So I hope you appreciate what I've gone through. I'd like to thank you very much for watching today. If you haven't subscribed already, please do consider subscribing. It's going to help my channel to grow, and it's going to help to encourage me to continue to make these videos. Of course, if you're sick of the sight of me and you don't want me to make any more videos, then don't unsubscribe. That would be very nice, would it? But hopefully you are enjoying the content. I'm still enjoying making the videos. I'm still enjoying editing them, and that's why I do it. It's fun for me, and I hope it's informative for you. So, hope to see you in the next video, and thanks very much for watching. Bye.